Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the St. Johns County Show that's on in the morning. Hope y'all are hunkered down in a dry place this morning. Hope you are not within the city of St. Augustine city limits. Troy and Blake are the only St. Augustine residents that are staying.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Well, yeah.
We got critters.
You got critters?
Yeah, we got animals.
They have cream for that. Oh.
Okay.
No, those are cooties.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, different.
All right. Well, we are going to have a bit of an abbreviated show here today. We want to catch you up on all the important stuff. Make sure you know exactly what's going on in our area here for this storm. And we're gonna stick to that, and we're gonna let you get on with your day. We're gonna get on with our days. We're gonna finish prepping our homes and all that stuff, and get ready to ride this thing out, man. Let's see. Where do we start? I guess we'll just jump right into it, huh? Bozard, Ford Lincoln. We'll talk about evacuation routes.
Okay.
All that stuff. We'll talk about evacuation zones. We'll talk about the closures.
Okay.
And everything's closed.
Oh,
I mean, there's not much to talk about there.
that's really...
But we'll get into it. We'll make sure you know everything you need to know. We'll talk bridges. A lot of people concerned, am I going to be able to get back home onto the island? When is that going to happen? We'll talk a little bit about that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get into all of it. And we'll start by telling you about our great friends at Bozard Ford Lincoln. Since 1949, they have been more than just a dealership. They're a family-owned beacon of trust right here in St. Augustine. Founded on honesty, integrity, and community service, the Bozard family tradition continues to thrive through generations. They are the proud recipients of the prestigious Triple Crown Award and named Florida's Dealer of the Year by Dealer Rater. Their team dedicated to providing an enjoyable and efficient experience. Bozard Ford Lincoln offers the best in pricing, selection, and service just off 95 and State Road 16, where your satisfaction is their mission, and they are driven to inspire. And the Florida Man Games. All right, we're done. The Florida Man Games done.
Well, this is where people get content, though, too, for Florida Man Games, right?
I know, yeah. I just wanted to give the Florida Man Games a little shout out, but it's not important today.
Okay.
Not the most important thing we have to talk about today.
I think it's pretty darn important.
It's very darn important.
I don't know of anything that's more Florida man than having fun in a hurricane.
Right. Kind of. I mean, is that inappropriate to say? I feel...
Be safe, but enjoy your time with your family.
Yeah.
I feel like this is what we
No
train.
arguing.
Which you can do at the Florida Man Games as well.
This is what we train for.
That's right. A lot of people were training over the past week for the grocery aisle brawl, that's for sure.
True. There's some scarcities out there.
Good morning, guys. How you guys doing?
Hey, happy Wednesday.
It is.
Well, it's a hump
Hey, just be
day.
happy we're here.
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah, that's right.
Feel for those Floridians on the West Coast over there.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're being extremely smart and safe at the same time.
Yeah, man, because there are areas that are going to get decimated in the Southwest. We hope our friend Wicks is, he's down in that area, so we hope he's hunkering down or getting further inland as well. Quick check of the weather, Troy.
Moist.
Oh, you went for it.
Yeah. No, I mean,
It's not inaccurate.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not inaccurate at all.
Comes to us from Great Expectations Realty and Auction, who can sell your home, your business, and everything in it. Check them out at geauction.com and gerealty.us. Traffic report.
Traffic.
All right. Hey, there we go.
Shout out our brother out there, Lane.
Yep. It's the
Holding it
classic
down.
Florida man.
Yes, sir.
He's really the original Florida man, I would say.
The best to do it with the best hair.
Yeah.
Can't deny
It's
that.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, the locks of,
America.
Feels like a hurricane.
Florida.
Yeah.
Roads are wet. Wind is picking up. If you're getting the guy to go somewhere, go now.
Yeah.
Where are we at in the bottom left? Where's that one located at?
Yeah.
Mile marker 299.
299.
So
That was Davy's selection.
Many
All right.
blessings, yeah.
And that is, all those lights are headed north or south?
I believe they're heading north.
Yep.
Yeah, I would imagine headed north, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Southbound.
Yep, camera's facing southbound.
But 95 fairly clear right now.
Yeah, it's moving.
That's-
Yes.
Yeah.
Moving is better than I thought it would.
Clearer than expected. I think we saw over the last few days a lot of people taking the time to evacuate early. So that was actually very helpful for people who are deciding to evacuate now.
I feel so bad for we live where there's a lot of Airbnbs.
Yeah.
And people were standing in the front yard going, They just told us we have to evacuate here too. They came from Tampa, St. Pete area,
wow.
found the Airbnb here, and now they're having to evacuate again.
Double evacuate.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
You know, they're like, we just didn't go far enough. I was like, I'm sorry, man.
I mean, St. Johns County has been in like the red zone for almost this entire time.
True story.
Yeah.
So
That was kind of a dopey
I mean,
move, yeah.
I'm not going to make fun of the people who evacuated, but
yeah. But I mean, you know, I think you're just trying to escape the immediate danger, and you're like, oh, okay, this should be. They're kind of trying to stay close to home and still think they're safe. And yeah.
yeah.
But there was all three Airbnbs around us. They just booked this week, and they were leaving
In downtown St. Augustine?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I've heard a lot of the people covering this storm mention St. Augustine, and downtown St. Augustine in particular is a place you don't want to be for this. Obviously, we're not going to take the main impacts here, but on the back end of the storm, we're definitely going to see some storm surge. We've got some information from the EOC to pass along to you as well in that regard. So it is going to be a day to hunker down for sure. And over the next 24 hours. So let's see. Thank you for the traffic report, guys. Comes to us from Elace Med Spa. Great treatments and advanced medical aesthetic procedures, Botox, dermal fillers, laser treatments, all that, a whole lot more. Check them out, elace.com. All right, let's get into mandatory evacuation orders ahead of Hurricane Milton. St. Johns County issuing mandatory evacuation orders for all residents and visitors in evacuation zone A. That includes coastal and river areas. So if you're anywhere near the water, you want to get at the very least 10 miles inland. I mean, at the very least. Zone B and part of Zone F, which is south of State Road 206. This order is effective now, 8 a.m. today, due to the inherent threat posed by Hurricane Milton, they say. The evacuation includes the entire city of St. Augustine, the city of St. Augustine Beach, entire city of St. Augustine Beach, and residents living on waterfront properties or in flood-prone areas. Additionally, those residing in boats, RVs, mobile homes, low-lying flood-prone areas are required to evacuate, they say. Residents who do not plan to use the St. Johns County storm shelter should leave as soon as possible to avoid unexpected traffic delays. And you just saw the 95 cam if you're planning on going a little further north. 95 is pretty clear now. It may not be in a few hours.
It's moving good right now.
It's moving really good right now. To accommodate evacuees, 3 storm shelters open up today as well at 8 a.m. Freedom Crossing Academy at 1365 Shetland Drive in St. John's. That's going to serve people with special medical needs. So if you've got maybe medicines that need to remain cool, maybe you need electricity for running your oxygen or something like that, your place to go will be Freedom Crossing Academy. Southwoods Elementary School at 4750 State Road 206 is designated as a pet-friendly shelter. So if you got your pets, we always advocate you bring your pets with you. Don't leave them at home. Definitely don't leave them in the yard. I mean, that's absolutely the worst thing you can do for your poor pet. And we see it every year, and it's really sad, man.
Well, I don't want to see it this year.
Nobody does. Nobody does. Southwoods Elementary School is going to be your pet-friendly shelter. And Pedro Menendez on 206 is going to accommodate everybody else. General population, they say.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, residents requiring transportation. This is really important, too. So if you want to get out of there, you know you should, but you don't have a vehicle or you don't have somebody that can come pick you up, they will pick you up. The Emergency Management Citizen Information Hotline, 904-824-5550, and transportation will be provided for those in need. So that's very, very important too, because a lot of people worried. A lot of people just can't get out. They don't have the means to get out. So if you need to, if you're in one of these evacuating areas, it is definitely important that you evacuate. And if you need to call for them to bring you out to a shelter, they can do that. So again, that number, 904-824-5550. They say shelters provide safety from the storm. Evacuees must bring supplies to maintain personal comfort. St. Johns County recommends bringing bedding, such as sleeping bags or air mattresses, pillows, sheets, and blankets. A 5-day supply of water, non-perishable food, medication, diapers, and other personal items also suggested by St. Johns County. Additionally, additional supply suggestions include a 5-day supply of medications, insulin with a cooler if diabetic, personal grooming and hygiene items.
Yes.
Yeah, extra
Deodorant,
clothing,
Please.
extra clothing, eyeglasses, entertainment items like books, games, pillows, blankets, a flashlight with extra batteries.
Oh, now we can bring books.
Yeah, you can bring books. A manual can opener, personal identification, and other important papers just in case your home does get critically damaged. You don't want all that stuff to wash away. Let's see. For detailed evacuation information, route maps, and updates, residents can still visit sjcfl.us/hurricane. And that's going to give you all the in-depth information that you need to know, especially if you are evacuating. You can also call the Citizen Information Hotline again at 904-824-5550. They can give you all the information that you need. Thank you guys for having that map up on screen, too. That's great. Let's see. They encourage the public to stay informed through various options, including the emergency management Facebook and Twitter pages, which really are amazing resources. I mean, up to the minute, whenever something happens, you're going to find it on those pages. So I would strongly encourage everybody to follow the St. Johns County Emergency Management Division online, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. They really are one of your best resources. Also be paying attention to the Sheriff's Office, Facebook pages, also St. Johns County Fire, all that stuff. They're going to be giving great updates throughout this storm. So again, just to kind of summarize and touch on the big facts there, mandatory evacuation for zones A, B, and part of zone F south of State Road 206. The evacuations are effective now, 8 a.m. today. And includes all of the city of St. Augustine, all of the city of St. Augustine Beach, and any flood-prone areas. 3 storm shelters open: Freedom Crossing Academy, Southwoods Elementary, and Pedro Menendez. Transportation to these shelters is available if you can't get there yourself by calling that hotline. And you can stay informed through the emergency management online resources and alerts. Closures in St. Johns County and service suspensions due to the storm as well. All government offices in St. Johns County, including the Board of County Commissioners, Supervisor of Elections, Property Appraiser, and Tax Collect. That's what I want to do, is go to the tax collector's office during a storm. I was really hoping to get out to the tax collector's office today.
Well, it was on your schedule.
Shouldn't be very very long lines.
No,
right.
Means it's closed.
Yeah, you won't be able to get in.
Can't get in.
The clerk of courts and comptroller's office, along with the 7th Judicial Circuit, will extend their closures through October 11th. Similarly, all government offices in the city of St. Augustine Beach will be closed today and tomorrow. They're part of a broader response to anticipated weather conditions. Pretty much everything's closed. The bookmobile's closed. The libraries are closed. The bookmobile
Not
is
easy to get
closed.
around. Yeah.
Yeah.
God bless them all.
Yeah. The libraries are going to be closed. School, obviously, is out for the remainder of the week. And you're encouraged to visit the respective websites for more information. A lot of people asking about bridges and things like that. I can say they don't close the bridges until at least sustained winds of 40 miles an hour. And I think maybe wind gusts at 80 miles an hour. They also will start closing off those bridges up until a certain point, until it does get bad. You should be able to, if you're working and you need to get back to your home and your home's on the island, you need to pick up some stuff, you should be able to just let them know, swing by the house and pick some stuff up, as long as, I mean, if the bridges aren't closed, the bridges aren't closed.
Okay.
Hard hit areas are going to be downtown St. Augustine, obviously.
Yeah, Davis Shores.
Davis Shores. Most of the island, much of the island is going to get
usual
it.
suspects.
Yeah, the usual suspects. Oyster Creek, I drove by there yesterday, and Oyster Creek was already high.
Mm-hmm.
It was already high up there, and not just because it's next to Move.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Yeah, you know, we got to.
Oh, now I know where Oyster Creek is.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
That's-
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, that's my landmark. Just so I know. Okay.
Davey's over here nodding like, oh,
We're equally as high as well.
I go by shops and stores. You gotta
Oh,
say
yeah.
by Target. I'll know. Yeah.
Had to
Okay.
get hurricane snacks. Had to get hurricane
they're so
snacks.
nice there.
They are really nice.
They're
there.
peaceful pandas.
Very, very nice.
So
there.
nice there.
Shout out to Patrick.
But yeah, anywhere in that area, man, the waters can get up into those homes near Oyster Creek. So definitely, you know, it's not a smart idea to stay around if you're in one of those small neighborhoods over there. Some of St. Augustine south, we'll see a little bit of, could possibly see a little bit of flooding near the water, closest to the water. But most of those neighborhoods, if you're a few blocks away from the water, you should be pretty good.
The winds are going to be heavy. So,
Yeah.
I mean, there's trees in St. Augustine South that, you know, just be cautious. Know your yard, know what's around your surroundings, and you know, make the best decision for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Troy, do you have any other information as somebody who's lived in downtown St. Augustine through many, many storms?
Just once you get there, just settle in, write it out. You basically, you're supposed to, the rule is of Florida is you hide from the wind and you run from the water.
Yeah.
You know, so just know your situation, know your surroundings, settle down, and, you know, everybody just try and get along. I mean, sometimes these things bring out the worst in people. So yeah, don't drive by my house. You'll see the worst of Troy.
I heard someone played a prank on you yesterday and it was not nice. That they asked
Someone
if you,
played a prank on you?
Yeah, he was
yesterday?
putting sandbags out and someone asked if you had a permit to do that.
Yeah. Well, it was Mike's oldest, Wesley, and I wasn't expecting to see her.
It was
'cause,
awesome,
you know,
yeah.
she's been out of the country for so long, and you know,
She's
of course-
visiting, yeah.
Of course, in my mind, it was like, oh, young girl talking to me.
Yeah, right. No, I know you. You snatched that body like you were ready to be like, I've got a permit.
I can tell you right now. I was just like, oh, girl.
God bless you.
Joe's a simple man.
Very
Yeah,
healthy.
you know,
Very healthy.
hey,
Yeah.
It's all right, man.
Pretty simple.
Like a
And-
bull.
No, and unfortunately, my man Ricky can't. You know, he's coming off surgery, so
Yeah.
it was just me yesterday. So
Oh,
yeah, I'm feeling
wow.
it today.
Yeah, sandbag locations ran out of sand fairly quickly yesterday. Francis Field was out by early afternoon,
Mhm.
and I didn't know other places were quickly depleting as I was driving around. So Villano is not a good place to be. You know, I mean, we literally see homes get washed out into the water in Villano. I mean, if you're anywhere in Villano Beach, please do not stay there. It's just not a good idea.
All right, so here's my deal. I still have that debris I talked about yesterday, so I guess I've got a beeline at home and I can kind of get that secure. Is that a good idea? Because they obviously didn't pick it up.
Yeah, I memean, I don't know where you take it.
Yeah,
I have a
right.
spot. I know I
Okay,
can go,
all right.
but it's
So
just
if you-
not an
if
easy
you can get
thing.
it
but-
secured, then
yeah,
that'd be great.
okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. If you do have big debris on your curb, it's not a bad idea to secure that if possible. Because if we do get high winds, I mean, that stuff's just going to blow all over the place. It can
Right.
be shattering windows in your neighborhoods. I mean,
That's
you
not-
could ruin half of your neighborhood just
Yeah.
by having debris out in your yard.
So I believe the parking garage is filled.
It is filled. Parking
so-
garage is filled and
so-
closed. You're not going to be able to get in there.
All
But that was a good idea for anybody who took advantage of that yesterday.
right, and people did ask what the question of the day was. It's your favorite cheese.
Oh,
So,
we didn't do question
Play-
of the day, did we?
You can play at home if you'd like.
There we go.
Yeah, what's your favorite cheese?
You know, everybody gets mad at me when I say this. Well, half of the people in the world get mad at me when I say this. Blue cheese. I love blue cheese.
Blue cheese is wonderful. Asher blue cheese.
There
The
you
best.
go.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Right.
go brie cheese over here.
Brie.
Ugh, love it.
Yeah, and I'm a guy who I'm a pepper jack guy.
Oh, pepper
Hey,
jack.
that's good too.
I'm a pepper
Yeah.
jack guy.
I won't turn down
Always,
pepper jack
I always
cheese.
forget
Yeah.
about pepper jack.
Pepper jack is great on a grilled cheese. So-
Pepper
Oh,
jack.
I'm gonna have to try that.
I
I got
do.
I got ingredients for grilled cheese for the storm.
prove it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I throw it with a little provolone and pepper jack.
Pepper
and
jack. I
There you go.
forget.
a slice of Kraft just to give it some color on the edges.
Got a couple pepper jacks in the comments there.
Wow.
Lots of pepper jacks, actually. Swiss is in there. I'm not mad at Swiss.
Yeah.
Swiss is good with certain things. On certain like lunch meat sandwiches, Swiss is pretty good.
I'm more of a baby Swiss.
Baby Swiss.
Baby Swiss. It's it's just a little lighter.
I mean, I don't know what's
guys
going
don't
through
know what
baby
baby
Swiss.
I don't know. It sounded really creepy though. I was like, no, I've never heard of baby Swiss.
heard of it, right?
What is that? Like the
Baby
last Spice
Swiss.
Girl that didn't make the band? Yeah.
Now you guys are going to see it in the store and go, oh, okay. And you're going to buy it and go, oh, Troy's right.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's talk about gas. Speaking of cheese.
Yeah.
Is there
Hopefully
any?
you already got it.
Okay. Yeah. Hopefully you already
Yeah,
got it.
hopefully you already got it.
Premium was real hard to find yesterday, I can tell you.
I got
Yeah.
the last of the regular in the morning, and so then they were switching over to premium as I was leaving, and so they're out of premium, is what you're saying now.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Ice, too, is not a bad idea. If you have a cooler
Okay.
and you can fill it with ice before the storm hits, then if your refrigerator goes out, then you got a place to store that cool stuff, and it's going to keep it cool, at least hopefully for a couple of days.
Good tip.
So that's not a bad one to do if you're stopping by for gas.
Fill up the bathtubs with water now, if you
That's a
have it.
good
if you
idea.
can.
That's not a bad idea. That'll help you flush the toilets
Or
in
just
the
to
event
have
that
it,
your
yeah.
water goes out. Yeah. If you have a bucket, I mean, that's the best way to take care of your toilet. Because you can dump the bucket down into the toilet and it flushes your toilet. For
It's all
those of
about
you,
the water pressure.
yeah, who have never lost water or didn't grow up poor like myself.
Yeah, or
That's
we've done
good-
that for a year, probably solid at your house without a hurricane.
Yeah, yep.
See, it was practice. You trained
It
for
was.
this.
It was. I've been training my whole life. Being poor trains you for a lot of things.
Oh, it really does. It makes you resilient to a lot of
Really?
things.
Yes, it does, sir.
Humility.
Freeze the Ziplocs. I'm getting good tips in there in the comments.
That's
there.
a good one, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Here's also a tip. If you are leaving, I don't know if you guys know this. It's the quarter on top of your, take a cup, put a quarter on top of frozen ice. And then when you come back, if the quarter goes down more than an inch, that means the food in your refrigerator is probably not good because it sat for too long.
Good.
So if the
Really?
quarter's still sitting on top of the ice, that means you didn't lose power for that long.
That's great,
as
Troy.
as it drops down,
Okay.
that's when it's melted. That's how long it melted too. So that way you know if your food's safe or not when you come back.
That is the most country ass hurricane tip we've ever
I
had on the
love
show.
it, though.
It's
That's
great,
amazing.
though. No,
I'm
it makes
totally
sense.
doing
You
that.
understand
what
it
I'm
makes
saying,
sense.
right?
Absolutely.
You take the cup of ice, you freeze it, and then you put a quarter on top of it. And as it thaws, that's how long you've lost power for.
That's a great idea.
That is. That's really smart.
Not just a hat rack.
Jeez. All right.
Been poor a long time.
Yeah, charge your electronics. If you have battery backups and things like that, charge those. Make sure all that stuff is charged up. If you have a generator, do not run that in your garage. You know, you want to run that in a ventilated area outside. All right, gas. The gate at Mizell Road, 293 this morning, reporting 5 minutes ago. We got the gate at 4075 US 1 North, reporting 5 minutes ago as well at 295. The Circle K 4564 US 1 North, also 295. The Citgo at 1099 South Ponce, 295 cash price. A lot of these haven't updated in 21 hours, so I'm not sure what their gas situation is right now. But, yeah, just get gas if you can, if you need it.
Yeah.
Grab some ice or freeze the Ziplocs.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, man. That's just about. Chris Lucero, bail bonds brings us that gas report. If you go to jail for any reason during the storm, Chris Lucero will get you out as soon as possible. 904-822-BAIL, 904-822-2245.
Okay, tongue in cheek, everyone's going to roll their eyes. But if you have an iPhone out there, make sure you do your update today. Get the iOS 18. You will have an option to text in your settings to a satellite if we lose complete cell service. It is an amazing.
And that works, huh? You
I
tested
practiced
that?
yesterday. Yeah.
Okay.
You just have to stay put. You can't move around a lot when you're texting. It'll tell you
And
on
it
your
kind
phone.
of guides you towards the satellite.
It's really cool, guys. Make sure you do that.
Oh.
Yeah. Android, no idea for you. I don't know what to say. Sorry.
Mike Davis.
And the other thing is to save battery on your cell phones, go to low battery mode.
Sure.
You know, and then it's going to extend.
Smart idea,
It'll actually extend you almost 3 times as long, because if you stay on the high mode, it's always searching and doing stuff. If you go to low battery mode, it takes away all that, and your phone lasts 3 times as long.
Smart.
That's a good tip. That's a good tip. And really, if you are in one of those areas like St. Augustine, the beach, somewhere near water that is prone to flooding, I cannot recommend getting out enough, because you just have to realize that once the water gets to a certain height, I mean, rescue vehicles, police vehicles, they're all the same vehicles as what we drive, guys, and they all are not going to make it through the water. So really, if the water raises by a certain amount of feet, I mean, people are just not going to be able to get to you. So if you're in one of those flood prone areas, please, please, please get out of there.
All right, and if you have electric bikes, electric scooters, those things, get those batteries away from salt water.
Yeah, man. Good one.
You know, get them high and away from salt water, especially if you're leaving your house right now. Don't leave that electric bike sitting in the garage that always floods.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and those can easily cause fires. We've seen multiple fires this year from some electric vehicles.
Also, don't go out for adventures either. Remember the gentleman that happened last time? Sheriff brought it up on a news report yesterday. So parents, just make sure you're accountable for your kids, making sure they're not going out, because the guy almost could have lost his life the last time it got electrocuted through the flooding of the water. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
It's kind of scary, guys.
It's not the time to be making TikTok videos.
Totally,
it's not the time to be dancing in the rain. You want to take this seriously, man. We're not going to see the worst impacts. I'll tell you, man, my heart just really goes out to Southwest Florida, that Tampa area, because it just, from all indications, I mean, this thing's going to be very close to a Category 4 from the latest models, and there are going to be areas down there that are just going to be decimated and completely unrecognizable after this weekend.
Did we get the most recent model put up from 8 o'clock? Blake, can we do that?
Absolutely.
Great. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I think from what I saw, it was like a high Cat 4 with like some Cat 5 wind bursts still. I mean, we're still on track for this to weaken just before it actually makes landfall, which is good. Which is really good, but boy, it's still going to be absolutely devastating. It did take a turn a little bit south since last night, which is good for us, but again, doesn't really make a difference for the Tampa area. They're still seeing
they're hurting from the last one, and it did shift a little south on this one.
And what we're going to see when this passes over the state of Florida, and it'll probably be about a Hurricane 1, Category 1 by the time it does pass over the state, but we're going to get kind of that back end, what they're calling the dirty side, I guess, of the storm.
Yeah, we're getting the wet side.
Yeah, we are. And that's where our potential for the storm surge, the flooding, all that stuff is going to be happening. So they do say there is potential for life-threatening storm surge in our area. We are in one of those zones tonight and Thursday. I'm reading this now off of the U.S. National Weather Service, Jacksonville. We're still in all the high impact zones on the backside of this storm. Real chance for flash flooding, they say, across Marion, St. John's, Flagler, and Putnam counties. We're going to see a lot of rain. We're going to see a lot of rain. We're going to see a lot of water coming in. And it looks like our wind threat may be around 58 to 73 miles per hour. Nothing to sneeze at, man. Nothing to joke about there.
Yeah, and you guys know how loud it was with Helene, and those gusts were at 60.
Right. And those were gusts.
Add another 15 to that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, man. So yeah, if you guys got any good tips out there, feel free to drop those in the comments as well. We appreciate that. And that's just about it. I gotta give a big shout out to our sponsors before we get out of here, and we'll ask these guys for a couple more tips if they got them before we get out of here. But these, our sponsors make it possible for us to bring you the news every single day. So we appreciate them. We couldn't do it without them. Fidus Roofing, Griffin Services, BHF Insurance, Troy Ucina's Handy Houses, and all our other great sponsors here who really help us out and help us help you each and every day. Fidus, Great Expectations, Sheba Hut, St. Augie's Pizza, BHF Insurance, Elace Med Spa, Chris Lucero Bail Bonds. Anything else before we get out of here, guys?
Yeah, and the beauty of our list of sponsors is these are people that are going to be able to help you put things back together.
That's
Yes.
absolutely
Yes.
right.
You know,
Yes, sir.
just great people that do amazing work. And,
Yes.
and you know, so write their number down today.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, absolutely.
I just want to throw out there again the EOC number because I think that's the most important number to people have written down at their house so you can stay informed is 904-824-5550.
Yes. Good call. And again, that's a great page, one of the most important pages to follow through major hurricanes like this. All right, everybody, we hope you stay safe. We hope you stay well through the storm. And we want to see you all on the other side of this thing. Hunker down, get out if you're in an evacuation zone, even if it's 10, 20 minutes inland to a friend's house, to a storm shelter. Please do it because this is a very unusual storm. Take care, everybody. We will be off for the rest of the week. Monday's a holiday, so we will see you
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Have a great
safe.
and safe weekend.